Greetings. We have a real deal unboxing here. These just came in, no lie, no joke. This is the AK Pistol channel. I'm sure you've seen some of my stuff on some of the guns. We're branching out into watches today. These just came in. So what you don't want to have is one of these, cheap Rolex. It's not a real one. It's, one of the cheapest type of, fakes you can find. What you do want to get, I'll open this up here. I got the Invicta 9937, and I have also the Steeldive. They call it the 1953. In my humble opinion, and this is the unboxing, I just got the manuals, they just came in today. These are the two best sub-clones, I think, for the money. As far as a value for a watch, I don't think you can beat the Steeldive. You can get these for like $100 roughly online. Zoom in here a little bit. I got this from watchdives.com. They are good folks to deal with. If you have emails, they will answer them. You get service after the sale. I've bought other stuff from them, watchdives.com. I mean, I don't know the affiliation with Steeldive and Watch Dives. You can get, stuff like, say they have a U.S. stock or they have watches here, so you don't have to wait as long from China or whatever. It's a little over $100 shipped. This is the 1953. It is a clone of the Rolex Submariner. There are tons and tons of videos about, homage type watches. I haven't seen a ton of stuff on the 9937. It's not like the 9937 is more like the old style Rolex Sub. It has the aluminum bezel. Like I said, this just came in. I haven't even taken them out of the package. I gave it to you guys first. I've had other 9937s. I will say this. I know a lot of guys harp about Rolex. I know a lot of guys harp about, the Swiss watches being superior. Don't believe the hype. And I'll tell you why. I do have genuine Rolexes, or two Rolexes that are real. I have a vintage Omega. I mean, the Swiss watches are cool. I'm going to show you something of why I don't think, I'm not bad-mouthing Invicta. They just use the movement. This one failed, to be honest. I had to take the back off. It was the first time I'd seen it. Where the anchor, there's a screw that anchors the rotor in. So this one's now manual wind. I'm in the process of getting it repaired. It's not that old. I'd only bought this maybe 3 years ago, direct from Invicta. It was not used. It was new. To be honest, I've not reached out to them. It's probably, not under warranty. You can get these repaired, but when you factor that the average price of these, is probably close to $200 or so online. They've gone up a bit. I think a 9937 is about $250 now on Amazon, and that's, for new. I can wear it as a manual wind, but I got another one here somewhere. Yeah, there's another one. I do like the 9937. As far as for a Swiss movement watch, these have the SW200s. They're mineral glass. I think the earliest ones did have like a true ETA or ETA 2824. These, are like the old style, like the non-maxi case. Some people like that. It's got the aluminum bezel. They get the smaller, hour indicators or, pips or what do you want to call them. The Steeldive here, it's, ceramics like the maxi case. Let's take a look at it here. So there's tons of videos on these, so I don't want to belabor, but I haven't seen anything really per se where you have both unboxed at the same time. These both came in today. And I just, it's not the first Steeldive I've owned. I also have their 50 Fathoms clone or homage. I also have the Black Bay clone, which is beautiful. It's like the Heritage Black Bay. Another honorable mention, I'll throw it in here, is the Invicta 1953 model. These are great too. They had a deal for like $60 over at I think the invictastores.com, little shout to them too. They usually have good prices. They didn't have all the colors on these, I think. I got like the last green one they had. It's got the NH35 as those the Steeldive 53 here. I think most of the Steeldive stuff has NH35. So again, the Swiss movements are not infallible. I mean, you know, if you buy the watch for $200, realistically, and you know, if you don't service it in 10 years, it's going to cost you the price of the watch to get it repaired. That's just the fact. Where I think the NH35 movements are, you know, maybe if you get a deal online, maybe $30 to $50. It's not a big deal to swap it out. I'm sure you could get a watchmaker to swap, you know, to do that, and you're back in business. The case, I think, you know, having a lot of these, you know, Rolex type, you know, homages, the fit and finish, I will tell you, on the Steeldive is really good. It almost has like a nickel. I'm gonna leave it in the plastic. Maybe I'll get it really unboxed a little bit later. Like I said, this just came in. The lume on them is amazing. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of videos where you can see the lume. It's as good as any watch, I think, you know, other than like a tritium dial. But they're, I guess, whatever, you know, luminescent paint they use, it really does glow for a long time. All the Steeldives are like that. If you're going to go diving, I'd probably have a guy, you know, double check the gaskets. I mean, you know, I think, you know, for the $100, what's kind of cool with the Steeldive, you know, at a glance when you're walking around, people do think you have a sub on. I mean, most people don't know the difference. It's only the watch snobs that really, you know, really have these nailed. And you can see it's got its own style case back where you can use like a standard watch case opener, whereas a lot of the, you know, the Rolex homages, you know, you have to use like the Rolex style tool or something else. So servicing these, these versions they have right now have the milled clasp. I don't know what they have available. They had, I think, black, you know, like the black style, and they had a blue face, which I had a buddy order, and they really look good. I would encourage you to definitely consider one of these. When you get the watch, they come, you know, this nice little Pelican style case. You get a band tool, or, you know, like a little little deal for adjusting the band. You don't have to go to the jeweler. Just be careful. Just make sure they do have directional pins. I can use it probably on this Invicta. To be honest, I'm really a sucker for the NATOs. I'll say this too, I'll probably do another video on the NATOs. Watch Dives also has really good quality NATOs. I picked up one of the, you know, the No Time to Die Omega style, put it on a, you know, one of these clones. I'll just throw a little thing here. I'm going to wrap up here. I'm sure you guys have been here for a few minutes. This is their Black Bay clone. It's quite a bit bigger than the Submariner style, or, you know, the 1953. The lume on it's really good. It's got the low profile, you know, like kind of coin edge bezel. It is, you know, ceramic, which I think the real Tudors have an aluminum bezel insert. And also a lot of this, you know, really astute kind of watch fiends on here. The dial is different than the Tudor. This one looks a little bit more like, as some people noted online, you know, it's more like the Black Bay bronze in a stainless case. I think they have a bronze case also. These are a bit more expensive. It's, you know, it's a little bit different style. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. I think, let's see, maybe we'll throw in what is it, the black, the 50 fathoms. These are really nice too. You know, look, if you can get a good buy on these, you know, for under 500, you can have three, you know, some of the coolest dive watches, you know, ever existence. You know, the original Rolex Sub, the Blancpain 50 fathoms, the Tudor. You know, I think, yeah, about $500 would get you all three. I think, you know, thereabouts, maybe a little less depending on where you shop. Definitely go to watchdives.com. They usually have coupons and discounts and stuff. If it's in their U.S. warehouse, Typically, I've gotten them in about a week or so shipped. They don't charge a lot for shipping either. They also, they're good to deal with. I'm going to do a subsequent video just branching out to the watches here, and compare. I've got I think the Crown and Buckle NATO. I have a Watch Dives NATO. I've got another couple of the Amazon brands to show you. I got a nice one that's like a real accurate James Bond style. Definitely wear the NATOs because the bracelets get all scraped up. They're kind of clunky. If God forbid, one of the spring bars fail, the watch will wind up on the pavement and this and that. The NATOs, for the most part, are nice and durable, and they're practical. It can change the look of the watch, so definitely do that. I appreciate your time. Check out some of my other videos. I haven't been on active so much. I've been busy working on sports cars and things. I appreciate your time, and you guys have a good one.